Jim Phillips here. Welcome to another episode of Java with Jim. I trust you've had a wonderful week. I'm going to keep this one a little bit shorter than normal. Some of you may be happy about that. But I want to address a question that I get asked all the time. And the question is, what is it that I did that allowed me to get started on creating these videos, on writing my books, on giving the presentations that I've been giving, on really becoming more involved in this work, spiritual work, if you will, or self-empowerment work. But what did I do? How did this all start for me? And what were my expectations when I first began? Well, I've got to tell you that my expectations were not that I would make a lot of money. It wasn't that I would become famous, and I'm not suggesting that I am, although I have met some incredible people along the way. What it was really all about for me was I just had this strong desire and a passion for allowing myself to be creative, to write, to speak, to share ideas, to share perspectives on life that I had come across and that felt good to me, that I resonated with. And it wasn't that I thought that I could tell anybody or suggest anybody what their life could be like or should be like. It was just I was following what came to me, what I was inspired to do and what I was inspired and am inspired to share. But as a result of all of this, it quite frankly started by just starting to write. And what I discovered when I would write is that I had the ability to write. I had a way with words. I had a way to bring phrases together that would make a very poignant statement that would be concise and would have great meaning to it. In my book, The Key to Life Living in Full Expression, I think there's 40 or 41 different phrases or quotes in there like that are original in nature, so to speak, although they do come from a lot of different sources, but they are my original ones in terms of how they've been composed and what they mean and what they mean to me. But that started the whole process to me. Then I was put in situations, uncomfortable situations. I shouldn't say I was put in situations. I put myself in situations that were very uncomfortable when it came to speaking, especially. I was terrified to get in front of a group of people and speak, but yet I kept finding myself with these opportunities. I was invited to speak to different groups, and I would do it, and I would be very, very uncomfortable with it. And I never knew exactly how it was going to turn out. And there were some bad times. There were some times when I would stand in front of a group and I would lose focus with what it is that I wanted to say, but I got too much in my head. I was too concerned about what I was going to say instead of allowing what needed to be said to just come through me. And of course, all that led to the writing of the book, The Key to Life Living in Full Expression. That then led to me being in a movie that was part of a trilogy of movies that, quite frankly, were extraordinary in terms of the message in the movies, but also because of who it allowed me to meet, interact with. Many of the people that are in the movies were the folks that starred in The Secret, which is a movie that most people, I would imagine, have seen or at least heard of, that really brought the whole idea of law of attraction to the attention of the vast majority of people. But I had the chance to meet and talk with folks like Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote The Four Agreements, Dannion Brinkley, who wrote an extraordinary book called Saved by the Light. I've met TV personalities. I've met sports folks. I've met Wayne Dyer and had conversations with him. I've met and had a conversation with Marianne Williamson, who all of us know was recently running for president. So as a result of this work that I've been doing, it allowed me to have this extraordinary life. I believe extraordinary. It doesn't mean it's any better than anybody else's. It's just extraordinary in terms of what it has allowed me to do. And it wasn't about making the money. Now, I have made some money doing what I do, but I'm by no means rich as a result of it. But I am this. My life has been enriched by what I've been able to do and what I have such a strong passion to do and what I'm going to continue to do. Someone reached out to me the other day who has seen some of the videos that I've done and has asked me to do some videos for them. And I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. And again, I have no idea where it's going to go. The point with all this is, where does it all begin? It begins when you make a decision to step into whatever it is you have this incredible desire to create, to express, to experience. It's not about setting this intention that you're going to make a whole lot of money. It's about allowing yourself to live in full expression of that which desires to be expressed through you. And I think that's the easiest way for me to put that. All of the information that I share, I feel is information that has a desire to be expressed through me and ideally as me, as I live my life in full expression of my truth. Now, I'm going to leave you with a quote. This is in my book, but it's not my quote, but it's an extraordinary quote and one that I think will sum up what it is that I'm telling you right now. And this is by a philosopher by the name of Goethe. And here's what Goethe says: whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So what I would invite you to do is don't get hung up on how things are going to turn out. Don't get hung up on whether or not you feel you can do whatever it is you have a strong desire to do. Begin it, because there is boldness in that. And then it really is a matter of paying attention to everything that's around you that will support you in whatever it is you're trying to create and experience. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Java with Jim. I hope you found benefit in what I just shared with you. Again, I always appreciate the time that you give me to listen to these videos. I always look forward to the next time that we can speak. If you want more information about me and the work that I do, please go to my website, livinginfullexpression.com. If you want to contact me directly, you can go to my website as well, or just shoot me a quick email at jim@livinginfullexpression.com. Again, thank you for your time. I appreciate you, and I look forward to our next conversation. Until then, take care and be well.